Hey, Cynthia Murray. Hey, Dragon Queen #1. I'm still outside. I just haven't too long came back out. I finished up my cabbage collards, and I said, let me go ahead and organize. There's always something to do in the garden. Always something to do, especially when you're trying to get your stuff together. But y'all, I have been doing some thinking, and I looked, and I'm like, I've been so busy. I stopped sounding the alarm because I feel like that is what's right, the right thing to do. And when I look, I'm like, okay, haven't been sounding the alarm much, okay? And I think that's what a lot of people want because they don't want to hear the truth. People don't want to hear the truth, okay? They just don't. And the bottom line, the thing of the matter is, y'all, if we don't get it together, we're going to be up the creek without a paddle. Eventually, all of us going to be up the creek without a paddle. But the way everything is going, so I got to research it. So y'all can research it. Or somebody may know. Did y'all see yesterday? We went on base, but I didn't even pay attention to if we was on Bravo, Charlie, or what. I didn't pay attention to it. Huh? Okay. I didn't pay attention to it, but I see that apparently some states was out, 911 service was down yesterday. If y'all know about that, fill me in the chat, okay? Fill me in the chat if y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all, these people ain't playing with us, okay? They not. Everybody that you look up to, that's when it comes to all this election stuff and all that, that's your business or whatnot. But when these prices continue to go up and food and stuff is just not there, they gonna be in they safe space. People gonna be in their safe space. And so many of us is not even paying attention to what's going on, what's right in our face. At this point, it's no excuse. Because I done said it and said it. Other people done said it and said it. There is no reason why you shouldn't be growing food, whether you have to grow nothing but greens indoors or outdoors. But one thing I know, two things for sure, you gotta eat. And think about how bad it was 2020. People was, listen, 2020, you couldn't get toilet paper and some food. 2024, it's available and expensive. You still almost can't get it. So it wasn't available 2020. It's available 2024 and it's expensive. Too high to buy. 2020, we had the money, all that stimulus and everything, we could buy it.
Do you need me right now?
No, even know. Hurry up. Yeah. Don't be in there forever.
I'm not.
It's crazy. And it's crazy how many people is playing. Don't take nothing serious. Straddle the fence whenever they want. One minute they believe this way, the next minute they don't because somebody else around them or whatever said not to. People say live your life, don't be worried and all that. I understand. But this is part of being responsible. Knowing that you got to eat. Knowing that you got to eat. I went to Lowe's just the other day. So many people. And then on top of that, they're making it hard for you to buy starts because the price so high. The price of seeds done went up. I don't know if y'all ain't noticed that. The price of seeds don't went up. They been going up. But the starts, we already know the starts is high. But when I go to Lowe's, I try to tell people as much as I can. If I'm filming, I'll stop my camera and I try to tell people and put them on where I go. See, some people say, I understand you can't tell people everything. But when it's to help somebody like this, you know, I'll tell you. Some people say, oh, don't tell everybody where you get your stuff from. That's so selfish. If it's going to help somebody, you know. But I do understand you can't tell, you know, everything. But I'll stop the camera and I'll literally put them on to where they can get them some starts cheaper. Because they're already in the right direction by trying to grow food. But whether you growing food or you stocking up, there's really no excuse. These people, all these signs that's being put out there, if you paying attention to it, it's real. It's real. And what is it going to take? Another 2020, but only worse in some case? Only worse in some case. You know what I'm telling you, my 15-year-old son is on this stuff like clockwork. He may not want to do much work out here because he know mama doing it. But he's on the updates. He's on the channels. He's listening. Like, he just told, he was like, I'm coming back out. That's why I said, where you going? He said, finna look at an update. He follows it. Some grown people don't even do it. My son is the only one in the house besides me that is on update. He's watching. He's this. He's that. That he will do. I ain't been too big. I ain't been able to check out updates and stuff because I'm busy trying to get the food source and stuff together. But he's the only one other than me in the house that's really been on this stuff, that really believes, even though he don't want to do no work. He's still a kid, but he's the only one that's on it. And I'm happy about that. You know? But he's 15 and you got these grown people that can't even see what's right in front of them. That's sad. That is really sad. Until it takes I don't know if I mentioned this the other day. I know I put it in one of my videos. I went back to a hospital. I don't know if I mentioned it the other day. I might have, but I'm gonna say it again. I traced back a hospital that I used to go to and got records from them. I have GERD issues, but they always took blood. Don't you know I traced back so far that my hemoglobin was low all the way back in 2016? 2016. My hemoglobin was low then. Then it skipped some years because and then it was low when I had surgery last year, twice. Out of the 4 times I went to the hospital, 2 of those times, including the day I had surgery, my hemoglobin was low. I didn't know. It was never told to me. You know? It was never told. I say that to say this. No matter if we have an issue or we don't, eating healthy, that's going to be the way to go. You're not going to be able to be on an emergency situation or a situation where you do not have food and you eat nothing but junk. All you have available to you is junk. Now, when I say that, that's why they tell you to check out with your primary care provider for follow-ups and this, that, and other. You find out it's not the hospital job to do they doing, and they do an awesome job of getting you together and getting you out, but making sure you able to get out until you can go to that primary care. Okay, so it's nothing on them. It's just the fact that I needed to know, did my hemoglobin just start getting low, or has it already been low? And it's already been low. I just didn't know. So food Food. For those of you that may be new, I just found out I'm iron deficiency. Iron deficiency anemia. Okay, runs in my family. Food. Thank God that's all that that can be reversed. But food is my biggest, and the type of food. I took so much backlash. People talking about saying, "Oh, you shouldn't tell people not to stock up on processed." Why would I tell you to stock up on processed food? Yes, have some. You're gonna have to have, but that should not be your main thing. Everything processed. If you can't get other food. So I don't care who like it or not, because a lot of people come in and was like, "Oh, don't do that," and telling me they got big things of spam and stuff, and they go, "That's you. You got blood pressure too, that can go up." So growing food or either stocking up on the right kind of food is important. If you can't grow food, you can get no salt vegetables or whatnot. What? Hey, I wonder, did you get checked on fibroids? No, no. That's gonna be a different visit. That'll be a different visit, but we'll see. You know how that goes. But it runs in my family. Anemia runs in my family. My daughter is anemic. My mama is anemic, and I have other family members that had issues with iron anemia. So I ain't trying to put nothing extra in my head other than I ain't trying to put nothing extra in my head from to like, you know, start spazzing around. I'll just, when it's time for me to have that type of physical and stuff, then we'll talk about it then, you know. So I'm just telling you, it don't matter what caused what. I can say this: food is a big part of something that we need. Food is a big part of what we need, and we need the right kind of food, whether you're growing it or whether you're stocking up on it, you know. So we really have to be cautious, okay, of okay. So I'm not trying to go into health. I see some people put, I'm not, my thing is, I don't like to go directly into, oh, it could be this or it could be that. It runs in my family. But it could be, it could not be. But I just did my physical, got blood work and everything like that. My other stuff will be at a later time, okay? It's coming up, okay? But then I'll go into all that. Right now, she wasn't worried about anything like that. And for me to have the type of blood work I did, I would think it would show if I was having, you know, my iron was very low. So I would think it would show something else being off. Nothing else was off. So I try to stay focused, stay off Google, and stop. I don't want to try to self-diagnose. That's why I went back. 2016, I know I went to the hospital 2020 and had blood work drawn, and I guess it wasn't low in 2020. So, but I can pinpoint the times that I wasn't eating properly, and it seemed like those times, it seemed like, I know last year I couldn't keep nothing down because of the gallbladder. I've always been cold my whole life. Sometimes I really don't have a lot of the off and on colds sometimes, But I know when I was little, it would be so hot outside and I would be cold. But my mama told me that I was anemic when I was born. I just did not know. So even with me growing up, I just don't know. I don't know. So, but that's not here or there. You know, I'm just like, just trying to say, all I'm basically saying is when SHTF hit, we need to know what type of food we have, and we need to be preparing. That's mainly what I'm trying to say. That's mainly what I'm trying to say. But is make sure you are preparing, okay? Make sure you are preparing as much as possible. Hey, Beverly Griggs. Hey, Bougie wife. Let's see. Oh, Beverly, you from Mississippi? Well, welcome, my fellow Mississippian. You seen that on the news yesterday, Cynthia? Yeah, so apparently, I feel like what we doing now, far as what we are doing now, far as preparing and doing our gardens and stuff, I really feel like we are literally on the right track. You know what I'm saying? We are literally on the right track. We got to do something to help us. And now I'm going to tell you, we ain't going to be able to prepare for all. We're not going to be able to prepare for all. It's just impossible. But we can prepare for a whole lot, a whole lot. We can prepare for a whole lot. Ooh. Y'all, these bees just... These some big bees, too. Oh, there. I told you don't be in here long. You know what? Back in here. Get it out here. You get right on out here. Tell me what these bees. Son, come on. Latch her. Go in. Latch her. She done got too hot. Beverly, you said you are severe anemia. I love having people because I am a couponer. One couponer to another. I just hadn't couponed in a while because after 2020, it put a damper on things up here for me. As far as couponing, the stuff just not there. Got you. I got to get back into it, honey. I was a stockpiler. I miss my paper coupons. Thank you, virtuous woman. Virtuous woman. Hey, Tiki Lynn. Thank you, Beverly. Hey, Kalita Tate. Hey, Kyra Knows 144. It is. Yes, y'all. So how many people is actually preparing? That's my question. Honestly, tell the truth. How many people believe in preparing for emergencies? Y'all, I'm running from this bee. I told my son to get up here and help me with that bee. And he's still down there. He coming to you. Oh, he probably gonna come right back up here because he loved to make me run. That's a big bee, like a carpenter bee. Carpenter bee. See, I told you.
I see him.
Don't you hit it this way. Don't hit him in my direction.
I was going straight.
Don't hit him by me because when you hit him, he gonna go all in different directions.
Oh, you going?
Boy.
I was hitting it straight.
Don't hit him by me at all. Don't hit him because they get aggressive and then he start doing all this. He gonna probably come right into me. Let me clear before you hit him. This child of mine. Boy. What's wrong with your face?
Big usual. Dry.
You drinking enough water?
No.
Well, at least you was honest. Straight to the point. So, Dragon Queen said, I prep. You prep. How many more people? Ava J, you said you are one of those people to be prepared. So how many people? I'm doing the best that I can. Bring a vehicle out to do. To help. Got you, Kyra. Kyra, I got you, honey. I got you. They said prepared. PG said prepared. So 39 people in here. And less than probably, it's all right, less than 10 people is willing to say they are prepared. Or at least trying to get prepared. Because I understand. Oh. Yeah, and he big.
Oh, God.
Did
Yeah.
I told you.
I smacked him right, and he went right. He went right away.
Did you say you smacked him right and he went right?
Yeah.
I know I saw it. He tried to follow me in the house, y'all. That beat. I told y'all. Every year, it's the same old. Them things too big. I don't want them in my face. They get too close and personal for me. Hey, True C. Salisbury. Yeah, that you do. You understand? Yes, ma'am. Kyra knows 144. True C, you say you prepping. That's what I'm talking about. Now, how many people in here is growing food? Is able to grow food? Put it like that. How many people has a garden? But like I say, y'all, these places in these other areas, these people in these other areas, just think about this. Analyze it. Think about it. If something came across the TV right now and said there has been some type of attack or something, and everybody must remain where they are. Because don't say it can't happen. It's people out there that say, oh, that'll never happen. Oh, we're too equipped for that. All right. Those are the ones that don't think nothing ever can happen. They also thought we would never be in a shutdown like we was in 2020. And them same ones that always say that, those are the ones that couldn't stay at home. It was about to drive them crazy that they were supposed to be inside their house. So I'm trying to have it to where if something happens, I don't have to be out there with the ones that can't be at home. Because mentally they can't do it. Mm-mm. Dragon Queen number 1 is gardening. True C. Salisbury say, I got my buckets. I'm trying to make sure North Dakota is not going to have any more snow. I understand. The B just saying, MGL, I want your attention. No, Ava J. Kyra knows 144 100. Thank you, PNG, for putting my Cashapp in the chat. Beverly said, I'm back. I am preparing with all needs. I got you. And you know what the crazy thing is? When you start talking about preparing and things that's important, people don't want to hear that. People do not want to hear that at all. And the main reason why they don't want to hear it is because they're not doing it. Some is able to do it. They're too lazy to do it because it's not considered cool and what society say you're supposed to do. And them gonna be the main ones begging for food or begging to learn how to do this or know how to do that. Gonna be the main ones. Oh, them my hibernera. My hibernera orange, y'all. I got a lot of plants that's gonna end up going in the ground. My bucket man got in contact with me, and he's going out of town. He won't be back until Sunday night, so I have to get buckets Monday. So I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put stuff until then. But I just separated so I know what I'm working with. So this is squash, cantaloupe, and okra right here. Squash, cantaloupe, and okra. Oh, you right here? Give me those labels and that shovel. Boy, you still out here fanning.
It's hot out here.
But you're sitting down in the shade.
I know. It's hot.
It's something wrong if you can't sit down in the shade and you act like you that hot. And you in nothing but a shaded area. Huh? You may be anemic. Because the anemic people are heat tolerant too. They can't stand the heat. Like when it's hot, like heat stuff. You ain't gotta be cold. Everybody that's anemic is not cold.
I can tell you why I'm not anemic.
Huh? You just trying to keep from getting tested.
Exactly.
I know, but you are.
I ain't trying to.
Since Thai doctor said it could be hereditary.
Yeah, I could, but I ain't got it.
Yup. So you're gonna get checked no matter how much you talk your way out of it. You're gonna get checked. All right. Oh. It's a wasp, and I've been stung before. I don't want to get stung no more. Man, oh, if that wasp come back this way. Whew. I hope he stayed over there.
I lost eyes on my Christmas.
They not playing. People think I'm crazy for preparing. Some of my family won't talk to me when I start talking about what? I understand. Man Oronde don't talk about prepping. He made it very obvious he's not into it. So I understand, honey. Some people is just like that, you know. They just like that, you know. And there's nothing you can really do to change it. They'll have to change themselves when they see it. But so I understand. I'm right there with you. Okay, so these are 3 patio tomato plants. And I'm trying to figure out, where am I going to put them? I mean, they patio. I'm actually thinking about putting them in something small. Yeah, I'll do that. Bring me those planters right in front of you that I bought the other day. Slow feet don't eat. Yes, Kyra knows 144. Was always said. Always said. Y'all always used to hear the older people say, especially when they would get up early and get it. I'm gonna get that put on a shirt. I'm gonna get that put on a shirt. I used to always hear the people say it. So the slow feet don't eat. And it's so true, you know? These little patio tomatoes. Now you hot with that nice wind, that breeze. Huh? um, these are little pots I got from Dollar General the other day. I'm gonna put excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna put my patio tomatoes in here. Okay. But yeah, a slow feet don't eat. I mean, when I think about it though, I just think about how many people is sitting up right now, thinking that this is the life. They're not even thinking, you know? They're not even thinking. There's people that got children right now saying, oh, I'll do anything for my kids and all this, but the one thing they're not doing is trying to prepare. Now, I know they will do anything for their kids. They just not thinking or um or have the insights of what's going on. Because I guarantee you, some of them that think like that probably would do a little bit of extra. Like I say, if you're not growing food, you should at least be prepping. If you're not growing food, you should be stocking up on what you can. Because just look at the news. We all gonna need it. You hear me? We all gonna need it. This stuff that I'm growing, like I say, I'm gonna sell some. But what I keep for the house is gonna be a lot. This guy's will is gonna be a lot. And when I say it's going to be a lot, it's going to be a lot. My go-to thing is freezing and dehydrating. Dehydrating will allow me to take so much food with me in an emergency situation. Dehydrating, because it's dry, will allow me to take a lot of food with me. I've always told y'all I'm not too big on canning when it comes to prepping. Well, when it comes, I'm not a big fan for as ingredients and prepping, especially if you need to leave home, because you may have to hike or something. You can't do that with canned jars and the weight and all that. So yes, from food to toilet paper. I know, right? So, you know, I'm going to go the way of dehydrating and freezing, you know? And the thing about it is, when you pull stuff out the garden, if you ain't got ready to freeze it, you can prep it. I mean, if you ain't ready to dehydrate it, you can go ahead and prep it. Put it in the freezer and you can dehydrate it from the freezer later. I have taken store-bought vegetables and stuff right out the freezer and throw them on my dehydrator, and dehydrated peppers and stuff. Yeah. Get alcohol and wipes. Yes. I keep some of that alcohol. I told you I use straight alcohol ever since 2020. Well, I always did. But 2020, for what went down 2020, because I ain't trust sanitizer. Too many people was making sanitizer, and some of that stuff was watered down. And you didn't know what was what. So give me that rubbing alcohol and a little spray bottle. That's what I use. I didn't dilute it or nothing. I wanted it at its strongest to use for all them daggone germs that was going around. I think the bird agree with me. All right, so I knocked those 3 out. All right. Oh, let's say, what in the world? All right, so I'm about to take care of this lemon balm, y'all. Oh, it's so fragrant, y'all. Whew. I'm not gonna do a lot of like small plants with this. Just a couple. When I say this lemon balm is so fragrant, y'all. Racing. Come here. Feel that from one of the green buckets right there. I'm looking at one.
Okay, we can wear this mosquitoes out.
So you the only one that got bit.
I got one on my arm right here.
It's bug stuff down there, so you shouldn't have a problem. Fill that thing up with the green bucket right there. That one, yep. Hey, Wild Williams 454. Hey, Eva. Lemon balm. I have one lemon balm plant and I'm dividing it up. Making multiple plants out of it. Save a little here and there. That's more money for gas and other things. Yeah, because y'all, we're going to need it. Even check some of the hardware stores. I know. I took a class in this morning, Kyra knows. Hopefully it started. What's wrong with you? Hopefully it started happening. Okay, so let's see how many more I can get out of here. I could get a couple more out of that, but I'm not. I'm gonna leave it like that. Yeah, I could break this plant down some more, but I'm not because I already got 5 plants out of this one. So it'll be 6 with this. So I'm just going to have like a bigger one and then just have the other little 5 little ones. But I could definitely break it down and get more lemon balm. But I'm not. Because I still got um, all them mint plants and stuff. Uh, 5:07. All right, y'all. I have those. Hold on 1 second. Okay, y'all. So I have these done. I'm gonna water them in. And I'm probably gonna call it a day because I gotta now feed kids. This is why I be so tired at night. Okay. This is why I forget to eat. This is probably why my iron is low. But I've been on the good. I've been doing good. I've been making sure I eat high iron protein foods, all that good stuff. Eating it the right way. But I can literally, I know there's other reasons and stuff that the reason it could be, but like I say, it runs in my family. My doctor not concerned as of now. I got 3 months to get it together, and yeah, I'm good. But I do know I would get so busy like I did today, and I wouldn't eat number 1 meal a day, and that will drop your iron and other vitamins and everything else too. There's more than just it being, the worst that would do something like that. Simply not eating, not, you know, you get what I'm saying. And as you can see, my day today, I've been live twice, and you see how long it was. I was working before I went live the first time. Then I stop and eat and try to take a rest, and then gotta come back out here and get stuff started. And I'm gonna just be honest with, when you're dealing with people that really don't want to be of service or help to you, that's another problem. It just is what it is. Yep, I'm on my juices. We're doing spinach, bean. Well, I ain't did beans yet, but raisins and stuff. I still gotta grab a couple more things, pumpkin seeds. Pretty much just forcing me to eat healthy. And when it gets time for me to have, other physicals or whatever, and if they find fibroids or something, then I'll cross that bridge when I cross. But right now, we did a full workup, you know, and your girl healthy. Just got just a little vitamin D and the little iron that's low. Your girl has, so I'm gonna take that as a blessing. So and then you gotta look at, I did have surgery last year. That type of surgery can make you anemia too. It can, yeah. I've done my research, So hey, I'm learning. I just cross a bridge whenever it get there. Right now I ain't got. Well, I do. Let me see. Yeah, probably back before then. But I have 3 months to deal with my iron and stuff. So yeah, I was thinking about Tatiana, but I forgot we're on the same thing. But she's gonna go a little later than me for us getting her iron check. So yeah. But I appreciate the advice and all that type of stuff. But as you was able to see a little bit of today, how my days went for months. I would literally eat once a day simply because I get too busy, and then I would go in the house and I would see strawberries and stuff that I have bought that needs to be washed and stuff, and I'm just so tired that I don't even feel like standing there doing it. Yeah. Now I don't have to take care of this. I have to take care of stuff around the house. It's just it becomes a lot, and you will forget to eat. You will forget to eat, and sometimes you be too tired to even eat. So I have gotten it under control, stopping myself, making sure we eat. Today I made chicken salad with like the relish. I put boiled eggs in it. I did it with mayo. I put a little bit of garlic pepper in it. We did it with crackers, had a lot of it with crackers, and then a pickle on the side and a big thing of juice. And because you gotta understand, we have GERD too, so we still have to watch. It just we still have to watch what we eat. Beans is not our friend, like your red beans and stuff like that, but green beans and stuff in. So it's like sometimes some stuff that's high in iron we can't eat because we suffer from GERD. But for the past 2 days, we ate on some beef stew. I got some beef tips, and put some beef gravy in it, and some carrots and some potatoes, and it was a lot. It's a little bit more left that I'm gonna freeze. And sometimes I've been eating that with some boiled eggs, or I eat that with rice. I found out rice is high in iron. It's just me getting back to my clean eating because I was not doing it. I was not doing it. I make sure my kids was eating plenty of food in the house, but my mind was just, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta make sure we got water in the house, I gotta stock up on this, I gotta do that, it will run anybody crazy when it's only you that is doing it. So y'all, I get it. I get it. I get it. Understand. But one thing I learned about this, I gotta eat. I gotta make sure I take care of myself. That's why I went and got my physical. They gave me some insurance. I'm gonna use it. I'm going to use it. I probably would have done found out about the iron had I had insurance. I hadn't had it. He got out the Marine Corps 2014. When he got out the Marine Corps 2014, I think I had my insurance for about 6 months after that. It was my TRICARE. It was insurance you get from if you're a military dependent or a spouse. And I didn't have health insurance. Going to the hospital whenever I'm sick, that's what I did. So I didn't have a primary. So I probably could have found. That's why I said earlier I went back and got my labs from previous hospital visits. And that's how I was able to find out I didn't just become anemic. My hemoglobin was low in 2016, and I'm pretty sure it was low probably other times that I just did not know. So but anytime labs was run, they was, but I mean, it's not their job to. That's why they always say follow up with your healthcare provider. With your primary care provider, but I didn't have one. So that's what I'm meaning right there. Now I know, so it's a blessing. Your girl is good. I'm gonna pray to God that it stay that way. Um, you know, it's just making me have to eat more, do something that I wasn't doing that I know I needed to do. And like I say, food in the house, but I would find stuff quick. Taco Bell, pizza, but because of the gallbladder, I can't eat pepperoni and stuff. So I was getting cheese pizza. I was eating cheese pizza like crazy. It wasn't messing with my GERD, and I was eating. Ain't no nutrition in that. What? You got the tomato sauce, and you got the cheese, which is calcium and stuff, knowing all that was good. But ain't no vegetables, ain't no meat, no nothing. I remember days I went where I didn't eat meat at all. So, and it wasn't intentional. I got too busy. I got tons of stuff and projects that I have to do in this house right now. And I done just said, you know what? I'm gonna write it on my list and check it off when I can. Because nobody else, it's only going to be me if I work myself down and get myself in a situation where it's hard to dig out of. I'm going to put myself in that situation. So I say, you know what? It goes on my list. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. Because if I don't, then it's just not going to get done. So I'm taking on a whole lot. A whole lot. And it's always been this way. So what can you do about it? You can't do nothing about it but continue to move, continue to pray, and just hope things changes in a good way. But one thing I do know, you have to take care of yourself, you know? And part of that is I see what's going on in this world, and I know I got kids and myself to take care of. I'm not worried about taking care of grown people, you know? Now my kids is different. My kids different. They're gonna be my kids no matter how old they are. But outside of that, I'm not worried about if it ain't elderly or somebody disabled. I'm not worried about taking care of grown, healthy people that decide to be a certain way. I'm not worried about that. I done grew up a little bit. Hit 37 and things changed. Mentally, things changed. So that's where all this, when I did the video, know your number, that's part of me taking care of myself and trying to encourage you to take, because sometimes we can, whatever the situation is, we can get off track and we don't take care of ourselves. Nothing was going on that made me go to the doctor. I know I hadn't had a physical. I know they called me and said you had insurance, and I know I'm finna use every bit of it that I can. I'm finna use every bit of it that I can. Every bit of it. That's why I went to the dentist a couple months. It was by choice. Snatch them out. Get them out. He coming in to myself, we're going to go ahead and take this one right here now. Then you say the other one, take that one too. Ain't no shame in my game. Don't need them sitting there. I ain't finna do no extra. Take them. Because y'all, the way this world going, none of us we may go back to where we don't have no insurance, may not even be a thing in the next couple years. You better take care of what you need to take care of while you can take care of it. Shoot, you never know. You may not may get to the point where, look how these people, how they was doing, these doctors and nurses, and so you had a lot of nurses and stuff that was on strike and stuff. You may not even have people there to even help you. So I'd always say, let them mess around. I ain't gonna put it off. I'm not finna put it off. We finna go and get it. That's part of being grown. That's part of caring about yourself, you know? So I'm glad that I got that jump. I did what I had to do. I took care of business. One thing that we used to say, take care of your business or your business will take care of you. Simple as that. Simple as that. So like I say, I am blessed. I'm gonna eat. Me and Tatiana gonna eat our earned rich foods. We're gonna stay on top of it. Try to do it the natural way. And when I go back in 3 months, and she said it's still low, then we're gonna start looking into is there any other problems. But as of right now, all my stuff good. My vitamin D might be high. It may not be low no more. I've been out here in this sun. So my vitamin D probably not even low no more. But that's all right though, cause I used to be worried. I said, y'all, I used to say in my mind, I'm eating all this bad stuff, this junk. I know I'm eating crazy, a lot of sugar. I used to be like I would feel certain ways, like, and I'd be like, man, I wonder, am I diabetic? Now I ain't gotta wonder no more. No, I ain't now. Knowing your numbers gives you a peace of mind. Sometimes I used to be like, man, I gotta stop eating all this stuff. I love cottage cheese. I was like, man, I probably don't need to do that because I don't even know what my cholesterol is. I don't even know what. I ain't got no high cholesterol. I'm good. I'm blessed. So those little things right there. I do believe I was malnourished because I wasn't taking in the vitamins, and that's another thing that will decrease your iron and stuff, because I just wasn't eating right. And I was on the go. Like, I put everything else. I put me having to do this and me having to do that above me eating the right food. And y'all, I'm not new to eating healthy. I used to. I'm not new to eating healthy. This ain't nothing that I gotta be like, oh, what can I eat? Or I don't want to eat salad. Or I don't want to eat this. I used to be on that journey where I ate strictly healthy, went to the gym. You couldn't stop me. Had a personal trainer. The days that he didn't train me, I was in the gym. I was doing what I had to do. It got to the point where I had went into lifting weights. And when I started seeing my body look kind of manly, like, I was like, nah, bro. No. We ain't finna turn you being my personal trainer into you think you training somebody to lift weights or something. No. Cause it had started like I was like, oh, don't like that. So I got rid of that personal trainer and I just didn't go back. I didn't look for another one or whatnot. So I'm not new to it. That's how I can tell y'all we have to do better. I speak for myself. We have to do better. Nobody is gonna do it for us. Even when it comes to prepping and growing food or either stocking up. I say either or because everybody don't have the means to grow food. I get it. But anytime you can put you some tuna back, try to get tuna and stuff that's in water. You can doctor it up any way you want. You can add you a little olive oil. You can add you a little lemon pepper. You can add you a little dry ranch seasoning if you want flavor. Try to get the basics because you don't know how you may feel at that moment. You may end up having GERD. And I can tell you, lemon pepper, ranch, chipotle, all them flavors ain't gonna help you with GERD. And you don't want to stock up on all this tuna. Then I'm saying like in the past, the lemon pepper is an emergency situation. There's no food in the stores and you stuck with lemon pepper tuna. Try to get everything in water. You can add your oil to it. You can add your seasoning to it. Try to get everything in water and low sodium. Water and low sodium. Water and low sodium. Okay? You can add your salt to it. You can add the type of salt you want. I use a lot of pink Himalayan salt and I use regular sea salt. I'm not big on the regular salt. Okay? That was one thing that was checked in my physical was my sodium. When I say she did a CBC test, a lot of y'all asked me what test was done for my a CBC test. I have 2 pages front and back list of everything she checked for. She did a full blood workup on me, okay, and everything was good except for that iron and that vitamin D. Okay, so for those of you that wanted to know, that's the type of test that was done. So it check your sodium, your cholesterol, all stuff that I can't even name. As long as it say in range, good. It's what it is. So try to do it that way. I'm telling you what I know. You don't want to stock up on stuff that you may not be able to use. You could go from being 40 years old and never had a GERD issue to having a GERD issue. Acid reflux. You can go from never having an issue with something to having an issue with something. So as simple as your stuff that you stock up on is, you can control what's in it by putting what you need to put in it yourself. When I buy, I couldn't even eat sardines. Sardines and olive oil was making me sick. Sardines and sunflower oil was making me sick. I buy sardines and water and I still get a little GERD, but what I do now is I rinse it off and I throw a little vinegar on it and rinse it off in the vinegar and then try to get all that vinegar. That vinegar cuts a lot of that stuff. It's not really it's not the olive oil that's bothering me. It's the citrus acid that they putting in everything. My body can't take citrus. My GERD, it will start burning my stomach. My GERD, it cannot take citrus. And they put citrus acid is in almost anything because it helps preserve it. That's why I say if you preserving stuff at home, look, I know I'm going to get a lot of people that ain't going to like me for saying this. It is what it is. I keep it open and I use common sense. Sometimes people don't use common sense. When you're canning and you're putting salt and your recipe tells you to put a certain amount of salt, think about this. If you go in your garden and get some greens and you cut them up and you saute them, you're not going to use the amount of salt because you finna eat it, that when you saute it, that you're gonna put in that jar to preserve it. You gotta have a certain amount of salt in that jar. Actually, you're gonna have some botulism and some other stuff that you ain't gonna want to have in your system because it's gonna spoil. You can, yes, you can own your canned stuff, you can pour it out, you can rinse it out, you can all that, but at the end of the day, that stuff have sat in them jars, in that solution. It's gonna take a lot to get it out. Simple as that. I used to can all type of stuff. I have used almost every recipe that dealt with nothing but vinegar and water for different brines. I have made all type of jams and jellies. I stopped because me, who's had acid reflux GERD since a child, even though I was doing it at home, it does not agree with me. So if you're doing a lot of that stuff and you find that you have an issue, pay attention to what you're eating. Don't say, oh, it wasn't that jelly because I did that at home. How much sugar did you put in it? Because sugar is one of the things that do not agree with acid reflux. Sugar and salt. No. There is something called silent reflux. A lot of people have GERD and acid reflux and don't even know it because there is something called silent reflux. There's also something called delayed reflux. Silent reflux will let you go a long time and you never know it. And all along it's doing damage to where when it does, you will think something is seriously wrong. You go to and it will take weeks for you to straighten it out on a bland diet. I've done it. It's just the fact that I knew I didn't have silent reflux. But once I got my gut under control, maintained, I started eating other things that'll fool you. Oh, I can eat this. It didn't bother me. It didn't bother me. Oh, I can eat. Oh, I couldn't eat that. It didn't bother me. It didn't bother me. That's where the silent reflux is building up, and then boom. It's weeks to get it back under control. Delayed reflux. Normally you could eat something and in 20 minutes you burping acid. You burping and all this. Delayed reflux will let you go hours or either the next day. Normally it'll upset your stomach, diarrhea, all that type. It's different types. When it all boils down to it, you know the things we're not supposed to eat. That's why I say freezing do not require me to put anything on it. Wash it, bag it, whatever you're going to do, and freeze it. That is in its natural form. Freezing gonna preserve it. Dehydrating. For if your power go off and you're like, well, MGF, the power go off when an emergency situation, I done froze all this stuff, it's going to defrost and go bad. That's why you want to dehydrate some of it. Because long as it's dried and not near any moist, you got that for a long time. Rehydrate it with a little water. I'm not going to lie. Yes, it may taste just a little different because you had to rehydrate it. Throw your seasonings on there. It's better for you. Better for you. I have done this. I have done this years ago. That's why I did not, when y'all saw I downsized my stuff, my bread machine, both of my dehydrators, and I kept my water bath canning stuff. I kept it. I didn't throw it away. I kept it, but I don't plan on using it no time soon. Kept all my canning stuff. My dehydrators, both of them, oh, they was kept. That was not. Because I know I'm going to be using it. Go to the store and buy tomato paste. Now you're talking to somebody that had acute acid reflux. Used to get rushed to the hospital. The doctor told my granny, when she throw up out of her nose and mouth, y'all need to get her to this hospital ASAP. Plenty of times I was rushed to the hospital because at that point it's acute indigestion. It's now coming up into your lungs and everything. Always seemed like it would get me in the wee hours of the morning, rushing to the hospital. Once they got me controlled and everything like that, they always did an x-ray. Just all type of acid and GERD, just everywhere. So I forgot what I was finna say, why I said that. But at the end of the day, you have to, oh, that's what I was finna say. Go to the store and get you some tomato paste in the jar. Read the back of it. What I used to do is I used to take tomatoes. Okay? You can leave the skin on or you can take the skin off. That's up to you. Slice your tomatoes. Put them on your dehydrator. You can put salt on them if you want, or if you don't, you ain't got to. I don't put nothing on them. Slice your tomatoes. Put them in your dehydrator. Let them things run for hours and hours and hours. They gonna take care of themselves. Just let them run. When they are hard and crispy, when they are dried out where there is no moisture, take a grinder. Normally it'd be like the Nutrisystem. You can buy one of them little bullet grinders. It's not expensive at all. Take your tomatoes, dried tomatoes, and drop them in that blender and grind it into a powder. The next time you need tomato paste, take your teaspoon, tablespoon of that powder out, put it on a bowl, add a little water, mix it around. It's going to turn into tomato paste. Add that to your food. Ain't nothing in it. Nothing in it. I have been dehydrating since, it said my phone overheating. I'm about to get off anyway. I have stopped because I have had to, like, I was doing all this stuff when he was active duty. When he got out and we started transitioning to civilian life, that was a whole nother, we moved so much. That was a whole nother thing. So I stopped dehydrating, but it never left me how to do it. I used to dehydrate stuff out of cans. Chili, open a can of chili, Hormel chili or something. Put it on your, what they call your leather tray. Some dehydrators come with the leather tray. Some you may just have to order from Amazon. But it's like fruit roll up. I used to make my kids fruit roll ups out of applesauce, different flavor. Are y'all still in here? They just holding it like that. If you in here, say something. It's showing me like 14 people in here. It must not be though. I'm gonna go ahead and end it because ain't nobody saying anything. Maybe it just ain't calculated or something. I'm gonna go and end it. Because I asked nobody saying this, so I'm guessing y'all gone and YouTube just ain't calculated it.